Hey there, I'm Dv8, famed bounty hunter from Star Trek. When I'm not playing COD4, and when I'm not spanking Barbie, and when I'm not eating coconuts, I'm getting my gaming news on Dv8news.com. I once molested a Wookiee.
Dv8 News with your host,
What's up? This is High Def with your Dv8 News for April 17th, 2008. On this 9th episode, we're bringing you all your need-to-know PlayStation news. Saw Killer's back with Ask Dv8, and we'll be debuting Machinima, made by the SRX clan. But first, let's check in with Apple to see what's coming up in the loop.
Well, High Def, later on in the show, I'll be announcing the Dv8 News contest winners. I've got new member news for the Dv8 clan. I'll be keeping you up to date on your favorite tournaments from Urgent Fury. And don't go anywhere because I've got breaking news on the hottest new tournament for Grand Theft Auto 4.
Sounds like you have the community covered, so let's get into some gaming news. In our last show, we talked about the upcoming Battlefield Bad Company due out June 23rd, and gamers outraged Electronic Arts' plans for microtransactions 5 additional guns included in the higher-priced Golden Edition of the game. Protests and threats to boycott the game prompted EA to rethink their attempts to squeeze more money out of the gamers. Senior producer Carl Magnus Trosten stated in his most recent interview, the 5 golden weapons will be included in the Golden Edition of the game with a $69.99 price tag. Those who choose to purchase the Standard Edition will have to wait until they reach the last level of the game, level 25, to receive these weapons. But there's still a catch for both Golden and Standard Editions to get these guns. Trosten states, gamers will have to participate in 5 separate marketing programs as simple as signing up for a newsletter. Here's my 2 cents. Gamers already pay game makers $50, $60, even $70 for their games, most of which experience online problems at launch. While we here at Dv8 News are pleased to hear EA has rethought nickel and diming their customers for additional guns that should have been included in the already high price, we're very displeased with their marketing scheme to give gamers information for the guns so they can spam our emails. Once again, proving how little it has to do with caring about the gamers and more to do with benefiting the game makers. We'd like to know what you think. Log on to our forums at dv8news.com and voice your opinion. On a positive note, those of you looking forward to Haze will be pleased to hear before its late May release. The earlier part of May will bring a playable demo exclusive to the PlayStation Store. The demo will include both a single-player mode and an up to 4-player drop-in, drop-out co-op online mode. For the Metal Gear fans lucky enough to get their hands on the limited amount of pre-order betas, Download for You began yesterday. Visit our forums at dv8news.com for full instructions on the download. Now be sure to keep your code private, because those of you who try to share the unique code will be blocked from participating in this exclusive beta. The beta begins April 21st and runs through May 5th. If you were unable to get your hands on this pre-order, don't worry, we'll be bringing you daily blogs from the Dv8 News staff members about the beta under the Metal Gear Solid 4 section at our forums at forums.dv8news.com. In our next show, we'll be bringing you in-game footage of the beta to give you a better idea of what to expect. And now, stay tuned, because after the break, back by popular demand, Saw Killer returns with Ask Dv8. And later, Asian Apple will be keeping you in the loop.
Hey, where do you think you're going with that flag?
Man, what's this to you?
I'm the Acadian police. That's our flag.
Not anymore, it is. In fact, I took it and there's nothing you can do about it. I happen to know that you're not allowed to carry guns and run in the aircraft anyway, so screw you.
Look, I'm going to give you one last chance. Give me the flag or face the consequences.
Oh, hell no.
Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Damn Chernobyl.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad Welcome back again to Ask Dv8. By now you get the drill. You ask the questions, Stock Killer answers them. Yes, I know I just referred to myself in the third person, but I don't really care, so let's get right to it. As always, these are actual questions from actual viewers. Don't believe me? Go check out the Dv8 forums and see who submitted the questions when, and even submit your own. Who knows, you might be on the next show. So let's get straight to it. First question from that crazy pie guy slash apple stalker slash Urgent Fury creator. Undertow, Chicago, Illinois. He asked a really long question, so just bear with me a minute. Let's get through this. His question: if a general gamer playing online fair would spend a total of 6 hours playing his favorite online shooter, requiring him to think quick, dart his eyes, coordinate his hands, fingers, communicate with his teammates, and also remember to breathe, what is the equivalent workload and production values of that same typical gamer in reading a book relative to the number of pages, chapters, or whole entire books in typical 12-point Courier font in that same 6-hour span? Well, Undertow, I think the key word to focus on there is your typical gamer. So, as your typical gamer, let's see. 42, 68, carry the 5. Okay. So your typical gamer, probably going to get through maybe one of these. Pick one, they're going to get through one, maybe half of one if they're lucky. But smart guys like me and you, we can take care of, a full novel, something like this today. Sound about right? Moving on. Next up, Czar King Kaiser, a Dv8 member from Washington, D.C. asks, is 1 the loneliest number? You know what, Czar? That's a really good question. I don't think I can answer that all by myself. I'm going to have to hit the streets of New York and see what I can find out.
What is the loneliest number in them all?
1.
Thank you.
1.
1. Really? See? What is the loneliest number in them all?
Well, I would have to say the indeterminate, which is 0 over 0, and as 0 over 0 exists on a function, it creates a hole, and that makes it very lonely because all the other function values have a point on the curve, but a hole doesn't have one.
Is that kind of like infinity?
No.
What is the loneliest number of them all? What are you running away from me for? Come on!
Thanks, Stock Killer. Excellent field reporting. Today's final question is from another Dv8 member, Chaos Asian in Reno, Nevada, who asks, when am I going to be member of the month? You know what? This is probably more how he actually asked the question. When the am I going to be member of the month? Please, please, someone, I need attention. Please, someone give it to me, please. You know what, Chaos? Quit your whining, get back on your meds, and just be patient like the rest of us. You'll get there eventually. Alright guys, I'm out of time. Back to you, High Def and Apple.
Bienvenido, me llamo Sniper. De Fury de Urgen. Es mi amigo, Undertow.
Sniper here says, hello from UrgentFury.com. This is my co-producer Sniper as well as myself, Undertow.
Sí, yo puedo cortar tu césped para 20 pesos.
Sniper says, when we're not busy making the best scenario-based tournaments for COD4 for the PS3, well, we're busy watching Dv8news.com for all of our gaming needs.
Sí, me encantan los hombres bonitos.
Sniper says goodbye.